Alex Pereira is one of the most fearsome strikers in not only the UFC, but the entirety of combat sports history. From his humble beginnings in Brazil to eventually becoming a two-division champion in Glory Kickboxing and the UFC, Pereira's life story is fascinating to say the least. This short-form documentary will explore his early life struggles, his remarkable transformation through mixed martial arts, and the iconic rivalries that have defined his legendary career so far. Alexandro Pereira, the man we all know as Alex Pereira, is the hottest thing in combat sports today. Poatan has had an impressive career in kickboxing and MMA, but let's start from his humble beginnings. Alex Pereira's journey to becoming a renowned UFC fighter is a compelling story of overcoming adversity. Born on July 7, 1987 in São Paulo, Brazil, Pereira grew up in a poor neighborhood facing hardships from an early age. He dropped out of middle school at the age of 12 and began working in a tire shop to help support his family financially. Struggling with the pressures of his environment, Pereira fell into alcoholism during his teenage years. He developed a heavy drinking habit, particularly consuming large amounts of cachaça, a popular Brazilian liquor. This period of his life was marked by difficulties as he battled addiction and its detrimental effect on his health and well-being. Pereira's transformation began when he decided to take up kickboxing as a means to escape his troubled lifestyle. Enrolling in kickboxing classes, he found a new sense of purpose and discipline. His coach, seeing potential in him despite his initial struggles, pushed Pereira hard both physically and mentally to overcome his weaknesses. This training not only helped him break free from alcoholism, but also laid the foundation for his successful combat sports career. Pereira began his kickboxing career in 2009 and quickly made a name for himself. His major breakthrough came in 2013 when he defeated Dustin Jacoby to win the Glory Middleweight Contender Tournament.
Just keep hunting with the hands. Like that.
He continued to rise through the ranks, later winning the Glory Middleweight title, which he defended 4 times. He also won the Glory Light Heavyweight title, making him the first fighter to hold 2 belts simultaneously in the promotion. His kickboxing record is impressive, boasting 33 wins, 21 of them by way of knockout, and 7 losses. Before transitioning to MMA, Pereira was particularly known for his victories over Israel Adesanya, the charismatic UFC champion he defeated twice in kickboxing. Their first kickboxing encounter was on April 2, 2016 at Glory of Heroes 1 in China. Despite Izzy outstriking Pereira in terms of volume, Pereira's power and effective combinations led to a unanimous decision victory. Adesanya felt he had done enough to win that fight and was vocal about his disagreement with the decision. The rematch took place on March 4th, 2017 at Glory of Heroes 7. This fight ended even more decisively for Pereira, who knocked out Adesanya in the 3rd round with a left hook, marking Adesanya's first knockout loss in his kickboxing career. This defeat played a significant role in Izzy's transition to MMA, where he believed he could achieve greater success. Even though Alex had transitioned to MMA in 2015, where he initially fought under the Legacy Fighting Alliance, the most important move in his career was in 2021 when he signed with the UFC. Shortly after joining the promotion, Pereira immediately made an impact. He won his debut fight against Andreas Michailidis on November 6, 2021 at UFC 268 via a spectacular flying knee technical knockout in the 2nd round, winning the Performance of the Night bonus. Following his debut, Pereira fought Bruno Silva on March 12, 2022 at UFC Fight Night. In this bout, Pereira showcased his striking skills, earning a unanimous decision victory after 3 rounds of action, as all 3 judges scored the contest as a 30-27 in favour of Poatan. Pereira's next major fight came against Sean Strickland on July 2nd at UFC 276. Despite Strickland being a top 5 ranked fighter, Pereira, who was unranked at the time, secured a first round knockout. This win solidified his position as a top contender in the middleweight division and propelled him to a title shot. The rivalry between Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya is one of the most intriguing in combat sports, spanning both kickboxing and MMA, and has been characterized by dramatic fights and intense competition. On November 12, 2022, Poatan faced his nemesis Israel Adesanya at UFC 281 for the middleweight championship. Despite being down on the scorecards going into the 5th round, Pereira's powerful striking led to a knockout victory, making him the new middleweight champion just a year after his UFC debut. The rivalry continued at UFC 287 on April 8, 2023. Adesanya aimed to reclaim his title and finally secure a victory over Pereira. In a dramatic fight, Adesanya knocked out Pereira in the 2nd round, achieving redemption and regaining the middleweight title. This victory marked Adesanya's first win over Pereira after 3 previous losses in combat sports. This was also Pereira's first and only loss in the UFC. Pereira's journey continued with a move to the light heavyweight division. On November 11, 2023, he fought Jiří Procházka at UFC 295 for the vacant light heavyweight title. Pereira won the fight by a second-round knockout, becoming the first fighter to win both the middleweight and light heavyweight titles in such a short span of time. Afterward, he successfully defended the light heavyweight title against Jamal Hill and defeated Jiří Procházka a second time via second-round TKO. Throughout his UFC career, Pereira has been known for his striking power and kickboxing background, which have been instrumental in his victories and rapid rise through the ranks. His ability to secure decisive knockouts has made him a formidable opponent in both the middleweight and light heavyweight divisions. His fighting style is predominantly kickboxing, but he has adapted well to the MMA environment, showcasing a high striking accuracy of 64% and having never been taken down so far during a fight. His striking is characterized by his leg kicks, which are brutal and often compromise his opponent's mobility. His left hook is a thing of beauty, and he has shown time and time again that all it takes is one punch to end his fights. However, Pereira is not just a power striker, he's also known for his ability to adapt and strategize. Poatan uses his height and reach advantage to maintain distance and pick his shots with precision. In his own words, Pereira emphasizes the importance of keeping his composure and sticking to his game plan. He acknowledges that letting emotions dictate actions in the octagon can lead to costly mistakes, hence why he focuses on executing his strategy with precision and patience. Pereira's MMA career has been marked by rapid success. He has won 11 of his 13 fights, lost the other 2, and 9 of his wins happened via KO. Pereira trains at Teixeira MMA and Fitness in Connecticut under the guidance of former UFC light heavyweight champion Glover Teixeira. Pereira's training is characterized by a focus on his striking, which are his primary strengths. Pereira's training sessions are intense and diverse, incorporating elements of kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and wrestling. Known for his exceptional striking and powerful knockout ability, Pereira has a training regimen and fighting style that reflect his kickboxing roots while adapting to the demands of mixed martial arts. Pereira's kickboxing background is the cornerstone of his fighting style though, and it's what has made him one of the most feared strikers in the UFC. Recognizing the need for a well-rounded skill set in MMA, Pereira also focused on improving his ground game. He holds a black belt in BJJ and has incorporated wrestling drills to enhance his takedown defense and submission skills. This aspect of his training is designed to complement his striking and ensure he is less vulnerable on the ground. Poatan has a younger sister, Aline Pereira. The bond between Aline and Alex is strong and deeply supportive. They train together at Teixeira MMA and Fitness, honing their skills under the guidance of Glover Teixeira. Alex's journey from kickboxing to MMA, where he achieved major success, inspires Aline as she navigates her path in the sport. Aline is also an accomplished fighter. She began her combat sports career in kickboxing, where she amassed a record of 6 wins and 2 losses. Like her brother, she also competed in the prestigious Glory promotion. Aline made her MMA debut in November of 2022. She lost her debut in mixed martial arts, but demonstrated resilience, securing her first professional MMA win at LFA 160 in June 2023. This victory highlighted her striking skills, a testament to her kickboxing background. Their relationship is characterized by mutual support and encouragement. Alex is often seen in Aline's corner during her fights, providing guidance and motivation. This familial support system has been crucial in Aline's transition from kickboxing to MMA, helping her overcome challenges and improve as a fighter. The Pereira siblings share not only a bond of blood, but also shared passion for combat sports. They drive each other toward excellence and proudly represent their family and Indigenous heritage. Poatan has deep-rooted connections to his Indigenous ancestry, specifically from the Pataxó tribe. The Pataxó people are an Indigenous group with a population of around 12,000 members, primarily in the state of Bahia, Brazil. Historically, the Pataxó tribe faced significant displacement and the transformation of their lands into private farms, which deeply affected their traditional way of life and language. His nickname Poatan means stone hands in the Tupi language, which is not the ethnic language of the Pataxó. His first kickboxing trainer, Belacuawera, who also had Indigenous roots, gave him the nickname, and he was also responsible for helping Pereira discover his Indigenous ancestry. Pereira honors his Indigenous heritage through various rituals and public displays. Before his fights, he performs a ritual involving a bow and arrow, symbolizing his connection to his roots and summoning confidence. This ritual, combined with traditional Indigenous music, has become a signature part of his walkouts to the Octagon. Pereira's walkouts often feature him imitating the style of a cautious hunter, which is a tribute to his cultural background. Beyond his personal expressions, Pereira actively seeks to give back to his community. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he traveled to Porto Seguro to donate food to Indigenous people struggling with food insecurity. He also brought his UFC middleweight belt to his Pataxó tribe in Bahia, celebrating his victory with his community and highlighting the tribe's significance to his life and career. Pereira is known to be private, but he has shared some insights about his journey and motivations. He has spoken about the importance of being a good role model for his children, Alessandro and Lohan. Pereira has emphasized that he does not force them to follow in his footsteps, but sets an example through his own actions. He appreciates the role that his mentor and friend Glover Teixeira has played in both his and his children's lives, helping guide them and instill a love for MMA. Pereira has not disclosed much about his relationships, preferring to focus on his training and fighting career. He attributes much of his turnaround to the discipline and focus he found in martial arts, which helped him overcome the significant challenges of his youth and become a role model for others facing similar struggles. Throughout his career, Pereira has remained humble and focused, often reflecting on the lessons learned from his difficult past and the importance of resilience and perseverance. As of July 2024, Pereira continues to compete at the highest level in the UFC. His accolades in both kickboxing and MMA have solidified his status as one of the top fighters in the world. His net worth is estimated to be around $3 million, primarily from his earnings in combat sports. As Pereira's head coach, mentor and close friend, Glover Teixeira has played a significant role in his MMA development. Teixeira's experience and insights, especially in grappling and fight strategy, have been invaluable to Pereira. He often credits Teixeira for helping him transition effectively from kickboxing to MMA. Glover has been vocal about Pereira's potential and growth. Teixeira credits Pereira's success to his dedication and hard work, stating, "Alex is a phenomenal athlete with an incredible work ethic. His smooth transition from kickboxing to mixed martial arts has been nothing short of impressive, and he's only getting better." Alex Pereira has garnered high praise from influential MMA personalities for his remarkable achievements in the UFC. UFC President Dana White has praised Pereira for his exciting fighting style and knockout power, noting that he brings a unique and dangerous element to the light heavyweight division. Dana has shown great enthusiasm for Pereira's performances. After Pereira's victory over Jiří Procházka, White commented on his potential move to heavyweight, saying,
"I know that's what people want to see. We'll see how this whole thing plays out."
White's remarks reflect his belief in Pereira's ability to compete and succeed across different weight classes. Longtime UFC commentator Joe Rogan has often highlighted Pereira's striking prowess as well, calling him one of the most powerful and technical strikers in the sport. Following Pereira's head kick knockout victory, Rogan was astounded, remarking, "It's actually scary what he does." Former UFC champion and commentator Daniel Cormier has also expressed amazement at Pereira's achievements. Cormier has noted, "To see what Alex has accomplished in such a short time in MMA is incredible. His striking is on another level and he's constantly improving in other areas of his game." These endorsements from such prominent figures in MMA highlight Alex Pereira's exceptional talent and potential for continued success in the sport. Alex Pereira's journey from a troubled upbringing to becoming a double champion in 2 combat sports disciplines is one of resilience, determination, and inspiration. Despite initial doubts from others about his ability to succeed in the UFC due to his kickboxing background, Pereira has proven his critics wrong. He has expressed pride in headlining major events and the significance of holding titles in 2 weight divisions, a feat accomplished by only a few fighters in UFC history. He attributes his success to his ability to stay composed and strategic, always striving to improve and build his legacy in the sport. That's it for today, folks. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more MMA content like this. Drop a comment below about your favorite Pereira moment and let us know who you'd like us to cover next. Until next time.